How important is brand in the financial services industry, and how can organizations ensure that they're staying consistent?
Yeah, good question. And the short answer is the brand is very important. I've worked with an international bank that values its brand at $1 billion. So that alone tells you how important it is to get
Yeah.
it right.
Wow.
So, you don't want to be the one that's diluted that brand.
Mhm.
On the other hand, people are people, and people want to sort of put their own spin on things or do their own thing, or, they want their business cards in different way, or they want their email signatures unique to them, or, they want their marketing materials for their specific product to be very specific. And then when these things start to happen, that's where you get the dilution. And before you know it, there's no clear brand. And that's a real problem in financial services. So the first thing I recommend is to write everything down, right? Write down your brand strategy, write down your guidelines, and just provide all the templates and assets and guidance. So again, it makes it very easy for people to get things right.
Mhm.
I would even recommend providing guidance on tone of voice. Um, every company, every financial services organization has a different personality, and you want to make sure that that's captured. If you're very sort of a fintech with a sort of an edgy personality, you don't want to come off like a stodgy bank, and vice versa. And if you want to be very consultative, you want to make sure you've got that tone right, and
Mhm.
writing it all down really makes a huge difference. Um, and then the second thing to address is silos, because that's sort of how the brand dilution happens. So the brand doesn't just belong to marketing. The brand belongs to everybody, right? It's every touch point, every business card, every email, every customer service call. All of those things are the brand. So I would recommend that we're communicators in marketing, to use your influence across the aisle and get everyone on board with the brand, what it means, why it's important. And those are the things that will help you get to that sort of omni-channel. And the omni-channel term is, it started in the retail business, but it's become very important in financial services. Omni-channel brand means that at every single touch point, you know what you're going to get, and it's consistent. Like Disney is a great example of an organization that does it right, right? Like
Mhm.
you'll never see garbage being carried through the Disney
Mhm.
properties, because that's off brand. They do a very good omni-channel, and it's hard in financial services to get that every touch point right when you've got different kinds of consumers. You've got consumers, right? And you've got business to business, and everyone wants to sort of do their own thing. I just, as an example, on the consumer side, I think about my dad, who has never used an ATM. He only banks in person. Banking is a thing that he does, right? It's a place where he goes. I love ATMs. It's super convenient. Um, and I do online banking and I do all of those things. But then you have my kids, who I don't think have ever stepped foot in a bank. They do, if someone sends them a check for their birthday, they use their camera, they upload it mobily. They wouldn't call customer service. They probably just at the bank on Twitter, right? And so when you're trying to think about the brand reality and omni-channel, getting it right across the board, you really have to think about each member the of your who you're trying to reach, and you have to get it right. So get the persona so you know what drives them. And then, again, reaching across the aisle so that you're communicating with the technology people and the service people, so that whether it's my dad seeing you in person or my kids adding you on Twitter, that you get the brand consistency just right across the channel.